In today's market review, we're going to look at the apartment condo market. We're talking about low-rise and high-rise apartment condominiums downtown and all around the city. To make our stats a little bit more accurate, we're going to divide the city into different quadrants. We're going to look at the northeast section first, the northwest section. The southwest section, what we're talking about is Springbank, Discovery, Aspen, those areas. The deep south, the southwest and the southeast. And our inner city condos. And I've got a fairly wide berth here on the inner city only because I find that the average sale prices tend to be a little bit higher all the way up to Anderson. Okay, so we're going to start with the northeast section. Okay, and you'll notice here that we have 24 sales this year as opposed to 19 listings the same time last year from the start of January until March 5th. And you'll also notice the square footage size range was about the same. This year people are getting smaller square footage, and they're actually paying more money for it. So you can see here that $228,000 was the average price per square foot this year. Last year, $208. Also, the median price is down. We're looking at $218 a foot and $197 a foot for condos. Well, and the other thing we've got happening is that the condos are even selling faster, which means that average days on market were 55 this year, last year 67 days on market. So people are paying a little bit more for their condos. Not a large sampling size, 24 sales versus 19 sales, but market's still looking good up there. Next, we'll look at the northwest section. Okay, 52 listings sold last year and as opposed to 55 this year, so a few more sales, but it's very similar. And last year we had top sale was 512,000 in the period. This year a little bit lower, 490. But our average sale price per square foot is actually up $274 a foot as opposed to $258 last year. So again here we're seeing that the prices are selling a little bit higher than last year. Our average sale price though was actually up. Last year was a little bit higher than this year. Interestingly enough, it's because people were getting more square footage for the price. So you'll notice here that the average condo was 876 square feet and the median was 871. So people are actually paying more money for less square footage at this time. They're also buying these properties a little bit quicker. You'll notice that 49 days on market this year as opposed to 65 days on market last year. So it's a good market for Northwest condos. So our next group is this southwest section, Aspen, Wentworth, everything on the west side of Sarcee, but not deep south. So last year we had a few more sales, 31 listings sold last year as opposed to 28 this year, but it's very, very similar in the same time period. The square footage range is about the same, average 977 square feet sold this year and last year 984. So condos slightly smaller this year, but really about the same. Median was 952 last year, this year. So they're a little bit smaller, but look at our average sale prices. We're up about $5 to $6 a foot, somewhere around that range. And our average sale price is very, very similar in this section. So prices remaining about the same and maybe a little stronger. And the actual days on market up here is surprising that last year they were selling quicker. 88 days on market average here and 65 days on market last year. You'll also notice that the median sale price has changed actually quite a bit. So the median price last year was $257 and this year $254. It's actually a little bit less, but the condo sizes are getting smaller. So the new builds are making them a little bit smaller, affecting the average price per square foot. So what that means is that people are actually paying quite a bit more per square foot, $272 as opposed to $288 a foot now. And those condos are actually selling a little bit faster, 39 days on market as opposed to 66. So our next section will be this deep south section all the way down to Cranston and not considered inner city. A lot of new building down in this deep south area. Okay, so we're looking at a few less sales than last year, like 2, not much of a change really for this area. And you'll notice that the average sale price for the median is actually up. Last year 215, we're up to 230 for the average person who's buying. And our average sale price is about the same, 235 last year, 237 this year. And the sales price per square foot is very, very close to the same. We're a little bit higher this year, but not a lot. $264 a square foot average last year and 267 this year. Not much of a change, but people are buying them faster. Our average days on market was 61 as opposed to 55 this year, but on the median sale price it's actually the same, which tells me that our market isn't changed all that much down in the deep south. So next, our inner city market, and I'm looking at areas that are like Tuxedo North and those Mount Pleasant, those types of areas, and then as far south as like Acadia, Fairview, Southwood, in those areas, because the condo average prices tend to be a little bit higher down even that way. And out west, we're not going as far as we're not going anything past Sarcee. East, the divider is Deerfoot. Now our inner city is our largest sample size. 308 listings sold last year and 348 sold this year, so definitely more sales downtown than last year. Really interesting results here. We've got last year our high sale was 1.9 million, and this year 1.3 million. So we actually didn't have as high a sale, which really suggests something here. Our average sale price per square foot was $327 a foot last year, and this year 338, so that's up. Now some might say, well, the high sales would change the results. They should actually favor last year. So our average sale actually should have been, this would skew the numbers, being that we have one high sale here that would make our average prices go up. But it didn't skew it that much because our average sale prices are still up $308,000 for average sale price, and median price is $280. So people are definitely paying more money for condos downtown. And per square foot, median price, the average sale price that the buyers are buying is around the $335,000 mark, and they're paying $328 a foot as opposed to $315 last year. They're definitely paying a little bit more per square foot, and the square footage size is about the same actually. Very, very similar. Days on market, very similar. It's taking as long to sell as they were before. Median sale price is 31 days on market last year, and maybe 3 days quicker, but that's not worth mentioning. But market looks very strong for inner city condos, apartment and high-rise.
Back when I started selling real estate, over 90% of the homes I sold were expired listings or homes that other agents couldn't sell. During that time, I learned from my clients the many frustrations that they had selling their homes.
So we tried to put our townhouse up for sale October of last year, and it just wasn't selling, you could say. We had some show homes in the beginning of October, and a lot of people came, but no one really made a really decent offer, and we weren't getting any feedback. After the last 2 months, about November and December, we had no showings. No one was coming, and we weren't really hearing from our real estate agent anymore. So come January, a friend of the family told us about Trent and how that he had helped them sell their house, and
don't forget how we got that in the mail.
And how we got in the mail a pamphlet that said, guaranteed we can sell your home. In which case we both decided we'd call Trent
and give Trent a call. And Trent came in the very first day that he came to see us, and he said, well, let's look at the market. Let's see where we're sitting at in the market, and let's make a plan of how we're going to put this up so that it's more appealing than everything else in the market, in that kind of zone that people are looking for houses, in that price range, in that category, being a townhouse. And basically what ended up happening was, as soon as the house went up, exactly what we had predicted with Trent was going to happen, happened. And in a very, very short period of time.
I think it was like 1 day.
I think it was 1 day.
Yeah.
We had an offer the first day and took it. Trent gave us extremely knowledgeable advice on how to deal with the initial lower offer, and it resulted in us maintaining a lot more of our value in our house.
One of the things that I noticed was really nice about how our house sold was that there was a video that was taken for YouTube, and when we went to go see it, we fell in love with our home again, not to lie. It just, it put our home in a light where you wanted to live in it. It talked about, you know, the great things that we loved about our home when we first walked in. Just 2 blocks down, there's another house for sale that didn't have that quality of videoing, and it didn't show the aspects of the home which we fell in love with, which we found that other people did. And watching the video, you realize that we boosted so much more of our traffic coming into the house. People who were looking at it, they already were interested before they even showed up. And right away, just from the first day, we had, you know, 3 or 4 people walk through that all wanted to make offers. And assuming if we wanted to stay on the market longer, we could have easily sold the house 5, 6 times over.
Well, I think what the commercial does versus just having an MLS listing with pictures and then someone has to call and then come and see it is it takes the same thing that companies do, but he does it for you on an individual basis. Companies, when they want to sell something, you see it on the commercial while you're watching the NHL playoffs or something, and you go, this is awesome, I want it. And that's exactly what his commercial does. You see it and boom, you want it.
Next, I want to talk a little bit about how I do what I do, how I can get results other agents failed to get. I think that you'll agree that many agents do little more than put up a sign and post a bunch of pictures on the internet. And in my experience, the more pictures you have, the more possibility you might have that your home doesn't sell. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have photos, but what you put online is very important. People can pull up hundreds of listings on their computers these days on the internet. And most often, they're trying to weed out the ones that they don't want to see. So if you have 20 or more photos on the internet, there's a good chance that there's one reason or another that a potential buyer might not want to see your home. Even worse, a virtual tour that discloses absolutely everything about your home in a way that doesn't sell your home. You see, most virtual tour marketing is nothing more than a large group of photos put together with soft music. It's what I call disclosure marketing, and it can kill the sale of your home. So that's why I have an entirely different approach to my marketing. I do sincerely believe in video marketing online to sell homes, but I approach it in a way that a professional marketer would. My videos are more like a movie trailer. Now just think about how a movie trailer gets you out to the ticket office. They show you a short clip of the movie, the absolute best part. Maybe it's the only good part. They may even throw in testimonials to sell you on going to see the movie. This is exactly what I do with my video marketing of homes. I'll quickly show the best parts of your home. Not all, and it may be hard to determine things like the layout of your house. Then I do close-ups on the finer details of your home, the details that really sell the value of your home. Things like the quality of your finishing, the extra money you spent on the landscaping. You see, if we don't tell people enough about your home, buyers then start to qualify your home by square footage. Kind of like ground beef by the pound. But we want people to focus on the value that you're offering. In fact, we want to tell buyers why your home is the best buy in the area, why it's the best value. I might even show comparable sales in your area, how your home is better value. Remember, this is a sales presentation for your home. And your home doesn't need to be a show home for this kind of marketing to work. Here's a perfect example of a home I sold with 3 competing offers. The owner didn't know what to do, the home needed a lot of work, and it wasn't selling.
Welcome to 234 2211 19th Street Northeast. This 3-bedroom unit is 1,037 square feet. Few townhouse condominiums offer a nice view of the park, especially at this price. You can watch your kids play right from your living room window. The location of this property is right here, and as you can see, it's surrounded by parks. You could just scoot out here on 19th Street with your bicycle and ride all the way to work if you work downtown. And you'll notice that the parks are all around this. The property is close to downtown too, and you'll notice that 16th Avenue is just off 19th Street and close to Deerfoot. Very quick commute to work. 234 is an exceptional buy, as currently there's 2 other properties available that are much higher in price. Priced at $199.9. As we can see, it is renovated and it's rather nice, but we believe at our price at $149.9 that it's an excellent deal and there's lots of room for someone to make some money. For just about $20,000 in renovations, you could have a property that looked just like this one. And as you can see, the square footage is actually smaller than our unit at 234. Currently there's 2 units for sale. This one at number 395, it's also a little bit smaller than our unit. In the same complex, done in nice hardwood. It wouldn't take very much at all to replace the kitchen in this unit and do a little bit of work, and you'd have a great unit. With the going rate of these properties being close to $200,000, our property of 234 at a price of $149,900 is an exceptional purchase. As you can see here, the property needs a little bit of TLC, but it's got a huge kitchen. And just look at the view you've got. The living room is large as well. This unit has a full unfinished basement, and just look at these new railings. The building has been upgraded as well.
If you like this property and you'd like to book a showing, call us today at 403-862-9610.
Buy this home and we'll buy yours for cash. Call today for details, 403-862-9610. For all buyers who buy direct from the Trent Gustus team, we have our exclusive guarantee. Our VIP buyer satisfaction guarantee. If you're not happy with the home you purchase within 24 months of the date you close, we will buy it back or sell it for free. Find out how to become a VIP buyer today.
Here's an example of a home that was on the market 2 years with another agent.
Welcome to 90 Aspen Ridge Way Southwest. The first thing you'll notice when you approach the home is the $67,000 they spent on the exterior finishing. Just look at this custom masonry. You'll always know who's at your door with this video entry system. When owning an estate home such as this one, the entry should be grand, and this one's vaulted with a solid cherry curved door and unique architecture. And when your guests look down to take off their shoes, they'll notice this custom slate tile inlay. All of the doors in this home are solid 8-foot cherry doors. In the front of the home, you've got this large office. Included is this built-in cherry desk and cabinets. On the main floor, this is one of the larger half bathrooms that you'll see. This is a custom-built home by Keith Anderson, owner and manager of Deca Design. The climate in this home is very comfortable with 2 air conditioning units and 2 air return systems. In a home this big, you wouldn't want extension cords everywhere. The in-floor plug-ins are conveniently located. Often overlooked, this home has amazing windows and architecture. The home feels like a grand hall with a 12-foot 9-inch ceilings. And it's cozy with this real wood-burning fireplace, oversized with natural stone and cherry mantle. And lighting the fire is a snap with the gas log lighter. There was $65,000 spent on the millwork to finish this kitchen, and you'll notice that all of the cabinets don't have the same facing for that unique look, all solid cherry. There was $27,410 spent on Miele appliances in this home. This double wall oven includes a warming drawer. They thought of every little convenience here, including this bread box and large pot drawers right under the stove where you'd want them. Both sinks in the home have carburetors, and those carburetors have this neat little switch built right into the counter. Evidence of the elaborate millwork is everywhere. Just look at this ceiling. See who's knocking at your door right from your kitchen. The countertop depth Sub-Zero refrigerator blends right into the cabinetry. No problem to find a step to get to your upper cabinets when you need to find something. Custom drawer with custom steps. This home features a unique granite from a quarry in Brazil. Stepping just outside the kitchen, you'll notice this beautiful patio with 10 mil glass railings. No top rail in this portion keeps the sight lines clean. Never worry about your awnings and the wind. There's wind sensors on these, and they pull in when the wind comes up. This home has lighting everywhere. 2 vacuum flow systems make this home very easy to clean. This home is really well designed architecturally. You'll notice that these railings are spaced away with a space in the deck to allow the south sun to come in to the basement windows. The rear deck is a nice place to sit on a warm, rainy day. This home is private, with reserved land behind that will never be built on and a view of the mountains. You'll never draw the blinds. The third fireplace in this home is right in the master bedroom. It's a gas fireplace and low maintenance. You can turn all the lights on the home right from your bedside. $4,000 was spent on custom cabinetry in the walk-in closet. More of that Brazilian granite on the tub surround. Over $8,000 was spent on the custom millwork in the ensuite bath. This $3,500 programmable air tub has color therapy as well. Relax at the end of a cold hard day in a steam shower. There's plenty of room on the main floor for guests. They spent almost $8,000 on the custom millwork and cabinetry in the laundry room for your convenience. The triple drive-through garage is huge, with even enough room for a ramp for wheelchair access, right out of the rain. Going downstairs, an open tread, cherry, solid staircase. Entertaining in the basement, you've got a full-on wet bar with refrigerator, dishwasher, and microwave, all wired for your home theater system. And again, downstairs is bright, just like the upstairs level, with the $65,000 worth of windows everywhere, coffered ceilings, and access to an outdoor patio. Just off the back basement door is a walk-in closet. This is way better than a shed. Sound throughout the home is also included in the exterior speakers. These were $100 a piece. 2 large bedrooms in the basement, one with its own ensuite. All rooms in this house have comfortable heat with hydronic in-floor heating on both levels, water softener, 2 complete vacuum flow systems, and all kitchens have reverse osmosis water taps on each sink. The Bang & Olufsen power management system can record your patterns of when you turn lights on and off, when you dim them, everything, so that you can save this pattern and then replay it so you never need to remember to turn on a light. This system is integrated throughout the home. It controls the water fountains outside, the lighting for the fountains, the fountain motors, when it turns on. Everything can be monitored and programmed the way you want. It can also optimize for power savings as well. All of this sits on this spectacular location with this great view. Close into the city, Aspen's very convenient. There was over $95,000 spent on landscaping here by ongoing works. There's a brand new irrigation system as well. With one of the largest lots in the subdivision, this home sits in the perfect location, backing onto the green space in Aspen Reserve, and with the view of the mountains. It's an unbeatable combination.
If you like this property and you'd like to book a showing, call us today at 403-862-9610. This is just 2 examples, but in 13 years of marketing homes, I've got hundreds of examples of turnaround situations. High and low-end homes, fixer-uppers, show homes. I've marketed a home just like yours. So call me today for a low-pressure interview to discuss the sale of your home.